Emily says, what's the best way to take a friendship and turn it into a relationship, but have him think it was his decision? So here's the way that you want to do it, Emily. That's actually a really good question. And what you want to do is you want to plant ideas in his mind, right? So you start asking questions about things, right? Just start asking questions like, you know, hold on. What you want to ask questions about is like around like kissing, right? Or romantic things, right? Sexual type of things. That's the type of questions that you want to ask him. So, ask him things like, hey, like, where's your favorite place to be kissed? I know this is going to sound, and you might want to do it with like a little bit of preface, especially if you haven't had conversations like this or falling into this realm before. But you might want to say things like, I know this might sound a little strange or whatever, or a little like it came out of left field, but where's your favorite place to be kissed? I wanted to get a man's opinion about something. Where is your favorite place that you like to be kissed? I want to know if it's kind of similar to my favorite place that I like to be kissed, right? And so you get to hear him start talking about what he likes, right? Like where he likes to be kissed and all that kind of stuff. And basically what you're doing is you're setting up things so that he starts thinking about kissing you, right? So he starts thinking about kissing and all that kind of stuff. And you start talking about what you like in terms of being kissed. And so he starts thinking about you in terms of kissing, right? And you start moving more and more into that realm of talking about kissing and more type of intimate stuff. You can ask him things like, a fun one is like, where do you like to, or like, I have another question, and I know if this is too much for you, just let me know. But I've always kind of wondered this about guys, like, what do you wear when you sleep at night? Like when you sleep in bed at night, what do you wear? Right. And so basically all you're doing is you're taking a little bit of a risk here because you're asking kind of risque questions and you're moving it into this realm of things that he normally wouldn't be talking about. But you're doing it in a way where you're bringing up these topics where you need to have answers for these questions as well, but you're also getting him to start thinking, right? You're getting his primal brain to start thinking about these sexualized things while you're around him and with him. And there's other things that you can do as well, right? Like flirting or being playful or just having fun with him. Like all that kind of stuff is, it like triggers his brain. It talks to a different part of his brain. If all of your talks are like intellectual and stuff, you want to start moving more into the realm of emotional, because that emotional, fun, playful, kind of flirty vibe, that signals his brain to be like, oh, playful and flirty and fun with you, right? Which is outside the realm of friendship and inside the realm of there's something more going on here. And so you want to combine that with those questions. And there's a bunch of other questions that you can do. There's other things that you can do as well. There's this thing that I call force framing. And force framing is really, really powerful. And basically what it is you throw on top of him these ideas about what you want or what you see or what you observe, and in ways that he can't really deny it, right? So let me give you an example. So let's say that he's looking at you and you're just looking at each other and you're like, hey, stop looking at me like that, right? And he has no idea how he's looking at you, right? And so he's like, what are you talking about? And you're like, you know what I'm talking about. Stop looking at me like that, right? And he's like, what? And you're like, yeah. And then later you're like, oh, you're giving me that look again. And he's like, what look are you talking about? What are you talking about, right? And you're like, you keep looking at me like you're attracted to me. And you need to stop that. You need to stop that right now, right? You stop that. You're giving me that look, right? Or you can take it to the next level. Let's say that you know that you're both attracted to each other and you're in that realm of wanting to take it further. You can say, hey, you're giving me that look again. And he's like, what look? And you're like, you're looking at me like you want to kiss me. And so basically I call it force framing because you're kind of forcing this frame around him of this thing where you're putting him in this position of saying, hey, you are the pursuer. You are this man who's attracted to me and I'm noticing it. And you're putting it on top of this frame of him looking at you, which he doesn't know how he's looking at you. Maybe he is looking at you like that. He's going to be like, maybe I am looking at her like that. I don't know. Right. And so you throw that on top and all of a sudden it changes the dynamics of what you're talking about. So I kind of ran off on a tangent there, but I hope that helps there, Emily. I hope it helps. I hope it helps.